This chess notation. I've seen it before. You're still thinking about chess. Focus on the investigation. Focus! It's part of the investigation, Kay! For gosh sake. Chess is quite important to this investigation. Kay, have a look at this. Are these the chess pieces from Dogen's cell? I don't know much about the rules of chess. The rules of chess are not important here. Look at the positions of the chess pieces in this memo, and the pieces in Dogen's cell. Do you notice anything? Ah! I don't know anything about the different chess pieces. But if you flip the board around, the positions of the chess pieces are completely the same. Yes. Although the memo doesn't include the Cerberus chess piece. Right. The positions of the other chess pieces are identical. What's going on here? I always play correspondence chess. This might be hard to believe, but Dogen's chess opponent was... Knightley? Are you saying he was playing against Mr. Knightley? With this, we now have the evidence to link Dogen with the victim. There's no way it was Dogen that killed him, though. That's too obvious. I mean, he's already, like, known as a super killer. Like, there's such an easy motive there as well. Knightley was, maybe Knightley wasn't winning, but Knightley was trying to cheat or something, somehow. I don't know. And then Dogen's all like, you cheat! And then he killed him. I don't know. That's a simple motive. Or maybe, believe it or not, Knightley was actually pretty good and was winning. And then Dogen's like, you jerk, you can't beat me, I'm amazing. You know, either way. But that's way too obvious, there's no way. Let's examine this part. No, we can't. Come on, let's examine their thoughts. What the balls? Okay. Chess notation. It was probably the victims. What's chess notation? It's a memo that records the positions of the pieces on a chessboard. This is a good match. My next move would be pawn to... No, actually, for that... Mr. Edgeworth, this is no time to be playing chess! I wonder what's actually going on in this game. Whose turn is it? Because that changes things a lot, I think. One person has 3 pawns, a bishop, and a rook. The other has 3 pawns and 2 rooks. Personally, I think rooks are more useful than bishops, but that's just my playstyle. If you know what you're doing, bishops can be useful. And the setup that the black person has, the person who's playing black, it's very protective of his king. The person with the white, he's boxed in and, you know, can protect himself. And if the black Cerberus was Dogen's, to signify that he was playing black, and that would be Knightley is playing white. Which means, as weird as it is, Knightley probably has a similar playstyle to me, because that's probably how I would play it if I was getting boxed in. I would probably want to surround myself with pawns and a rook. Versus the way Dogen plays it, it's a fine way to play it, but you have to be very good at paying attention to things with an open space like that. Anyways, let's not get into chess right now. Just like Kay was saying. Ah, you're right. Positions that we've already figured this out. We've already figured it out. We've already talked about this, Edgeworth. Okay, game, come on. Come on, you can change the dialogue. Alright. So just to check. Positions pieces match the chessboard in Dogen's special cell. And was this updated? Okay. I can figure out who's winning and whatnot later. Let's check this. Mr. Edgeworth, is this a dining menu? You can choose your daily meals in this detention center. However, unless you have the money, you won't be able to choose what you want to eat. In the end, the world revolves around money. Doesn't this mean that the rich won't have to reflect on their crimes? Yes, well, those who come here haven't been declared guilty yet. There are a few good people who don't need to reflect. Probably. It sounds like you're just making excuses for them, Mr. Edgeworth. Ugh. Why should I have to come up with excuses for the detention center? You shouldn't. No way. What about these books? Are these the detention centers or Knightley's? There are a lot of books here. What's this? The Wonderful Warden of Ours? I disagree. The Hound Whistler? The Animal Shack Redemption? Looks almost like Shawshank Redemption. The Dog Whisperer is another one. Mr. Knightley, he was a surprisingly good person. No, the detention center provides these books for the visitor's own Okay, is that a real word, or did the translator screw up? It might be a real word and I'm just dumb. The detention center provides these books for the visitor's own edification. Is it not supposed to be education? I don't know. These books are supposed to help you grow as a human being. Prison Life for Dummies. These books were written by model prisoners and former inmates. Here's a helpful book. The Great Escape in 80 Days, based on a true story. Oh, check this one out. Crime and Establishment. How to Make Money in Prison. The problems with this detention center may run deeper than I thought. Nice! Alright, I think that's all we're gonna get out of this, I think. Let's check the toilet, the most important part. It's not as dirty as I thought it would be. And the toilet paper shows no signs of use. Maybe Knightley never took a poop. I should jot this down in my organizer. Yeah, there's a huge problem. What's the problem? It's totally awkward having the toilet out in the open like that. They need to think more about the end user. This facility wasn't designed with the spirit of service in mind. You know, except when it comes to food and stuff. I won't rest until I've stolen every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Alright, jacket, first and foremost. Always the jacket. According to the results of my investigation... What did you find out? A man who looks good in a suit leaves a more favorable impression with the ladies. Yes, but that's irrelevant. Ah! Next time, I'll investigate men who look good in frills. Please don't bother. Starting with you, Mr. Edgeworth. This newspaper. It's missing a few pages. They appear to be torn out. Dated the day before the murder, several pages have been torn out. Oh boy, logic! I forgot about that. We haven't used it for a while. Why would someone tear out the pages from the newspaper? Maybe they used it to clean the cell instead of a rag? Clean the cell? It's quite possible. Oh! Ooh! Okay, maybe Knightley was killed in here and someone... Maybe not the newspaper, but... Or maybe, yeah. Maybe someone used the newspaper to clean up the mess. Possibly. So that is our only thing, right? Yeah. Just to make sure. I was sure it was, but, you know... Even when I'm sure, I like to be double sure. What else do I have? Can I leave? Okay, I'm done. Bye. No? Alright. Let's see if I've missed anything in these sections. Oh, I've missed something. Okay. Ooh. Something seems off? I don't know, you tell me. The floor here is clean. Was it mopped recently? There doesn't seem to be anything in this cell to wipe the floor with? The newspaper. Come on! It's like stealing candy from a baby. It seems strange that only the area in front of the bed has been wiped off. The floor here is clean. It was probably wiped down with something. Did someone spill grape juice here? I don't know exactly what was wiped away, but I can imagine what was used to wipe it. Probably blood. It's very likely it was this torn up newspaper. Yes, it was probably the blood that wiped up the torn up newspaper. Actually, the other way around. Couldn't he have asked one of the guards if he could borrow a cleaning rag? Not if there was blood he had to wipe up. Perhaps it was something he didn't want the guards to see. Blood would qualify. Okie dokie. That was simple. This is where our investigation turned up. It seems we found a major connection between the victim and Dogen. This is terrible. Question mark, who is this? What happened? The security camera recorded something terrible. A murder? Question mark? A red herring murder. What? Can you let me see it? Of course, sir. I have a portable playable device right here. Then let me see it right away. Are we actually gonna get some, get to watch videos and do stuff with that? Oh, I love these videos that are in these games. They're like my favorite thing. Whoa, was that a dog? Yeah. Okay. Alright, here's my theory now. So like I said, he was killed in here. He was killed in his prison cell. By a dog. A different black dog, though, not Dogen's. That was clearly too small to be Dogen's dog, I think. And then someone moved his body and wiped up the blood. And then Dogen's dog ended up finding Knightley and biting his neck. Because, I don't know, but it made a witness? Maybe it made a witness? And Dogen wanted to make it look like, I don't know. No, someone else managed to actually, someone who's good with animals, managed to actually tame Dogen's dog. And use Dogen's dog to make a witness out of pain to lead to Dogen to make it look like Dogen did it. Okay? Does that make sense? Kind of. The only thing I'm still not getting is how, what's his face? Eye closed dude. Simon Keys, why he's a suspect at all. That's what I'm not getting at. This black thing has got to be Doggy, right? Up until this point, I thought the murder took place inside the prison. But it appears I was mistaken. The place where Knightley was attacked was... a holding cell? It was the detention center. And furthermore, he was attacked by Dogen's dog. What? So that was Dogen's dog? I'm sorry, that looked too small to be Dogen's dog. Security footage data jotted down in my organizer. If Knightley was killed in this room, and this piece of evidence we found in the cell takes on a new meaning, I'm surprised no one else has checked it. If no one's checked it, then that would put suspicion on the person in charge, which would be the warden. That would also be too obvious in my opinion, but maybe not. Recorded the moment the victim was attacked by a black silhouette in the detention center cell, and I can't check it, of course. Which piece of evidence takes on a new meaning if the murder occurred in the holding cell? The rope and the sheet? The rope. Yes, the meaning of this evidence. Fuck you! That totally takes on new meaning. It means he was moved. Fuck you, game. I'm not wrong. Okay, so if it's not the rope, then it's the sheet. Or neither. Okay, screw you, game. That's totally true. They were used to move the body. If they were used to move the body, this is bullshit. And I'm almost certain they were. Okay, now I'm confused. What takes on a new meaning? I'm thinking... the wiped floor? For some reason, someone wiped the floor clean. It's possible they were wiping away bloodstains. This case all seems so autopilot so far, nothing tricky. There's gotta be some big plot twist coming up soon. Thank you for your hard work. While I have your attention, may I ask for one more favor? That would be? There should be a detective by the name of Dick Gumshoe in the detention center of the prison. I would like you to give him a message. Tell him to check this room for traces of blood and give the results to me. Yes, sir. White floor data updated in my organizer. This should corner that old coot. There's no way he did it. No, not yet. We still don't know how Knightley and the dog moved from here to the prison. It clearly was not Dogen controlling the dog. And who was that? Who does that leave? Obviously Knightley didn't kill himself. It wasn't Ray. It could be Jay, but that seems a little too obvious. Like, he was our first witness, and I always feel like it can never be the first witness. Maybe, but I don't think that's what he was up to. It's not her, it's not him, maybe it really is him. Who's that leave? It's not Saul, it's not Dogen. At this point, it's either Patrika or Simon. And maybe, hey, maybe it's Simon. Plot twist. But I'd say otherwise, it would be Patricia. Or maybe it is really Jay, and my whole theory about it never being the first witness is just thrown out the window. That's true, but once you figure that out, where should we check out next, Mr. Edgeworth? The gods here might know something about the murder. Let's see if we can learn any new details from them.